G'day, guys. Welcome back to episode 4 of The Form. Just a quick market update for round 19. What's cracking, Mick?
Mate, just a bit worried about you, buddy. I wanted to see how you're holding up on your lonesome in your little apartment, your bachelor pad during lockdown. How you holding up, buddy?
Mate, it's a little bit of a shoebox here, but can't complain. Still working, still
Not
living the
scratching
dream.
at the walls yet?
No, let's just hope we get our bond back. But no,
Well,
mate.
I got really worried because I got the mail. There was a Vaseline panic buy around your area, buddy. So I just wanted to make sure you can call me anytime you need. Not for that sort of stuff, but if you are struggling.
It's too early for your shit chat in the morning, mate. Let's just talk about some footy.
Yeah, we will. I guess, well, at least we won you the 4 units. So you probably spent on your water bill having a few showers here and there. So thanks for finally joining us this morning. But yeah, let's get into the footy, mate. What do you got for us?
Well, let's start with the first game, shall we? This is our big pet play tonight, so we don't have to wait all round for it, so we can jump straight into it. Para take on the Raiders.
So this was our upgraded 2-unit play. So thanks for updating social media on that, Bren. So we upgraded this to 2-unit play. We had some mail come in, which I'll get Bren to fill you in later on. So we took the Eels minus 12.5. So what's the mail and the line on that now, mate?
So the line, we'll start with the line. So the line has moved out to 15.5. So that's 3 points of value in our favour. But the mail on it was that not only the fullback Xavier Savage, but Jack Whiten's out. So that's definitely plays right into our hands. Para obviously losing Mitch Moses, but they still got enough class across the park. So that's probably leading all the public money to smack the Eels at the line, causing that shift.
So you mentioned their little young rookie fullbacks out as well. So
yeah,
that looks like with White and him out, it looks like it's doing some favours for our under. Has the under shifted at all?
So the under has gone just down 1 point now. So it's gone from 50 to 49.5. So
right. Now, well, we actually did book it at 49.5. I think 365 had it up for a flash at 50, which I would have grabbed, but half a point. As again, totals are more of a sharper play with NRL as opposed to money line. So I don't care if they move too much. But yeah, look, I think that will do us some favours on the under. Try and lay off the same game multi, guys. Look, I know a couple of pros out there. The only caveat for double plays that they do is in a correlating play, which is like this, which you can get some value. So look, I'd still suggest, because we've got 2 units on the Eels, you can still make a unit profit if the under doesn't come off. So definitely keep them separate bets if you can. That's aimed at you, Brendo.
Can you actually spell correlating for us, Mick? I didn't know Plumpton High taught you that.
Turn it up, buddy. Keep going.
Roosters v Knights, first time slot on Saturday. Oh, for Friday night, sorry. 6 o'clock game.
Yeah, so Roosters, basically, we didn't see much value here. The Knights, again, we're not going to touch them. Roosters getting a few players back, which I'll get you into to fill us in on, but they are perceived as an over team. And what we said on Monday was if that over jumped up to around 50 or more, would likely make it a 1-unit play on the card. So how are we looking there?
Total still at 49.5, so just holding off. Line at 11.5. Big ins for the Roosters. Tedesco's back. Jay Moores has actually been dropped because of form. I still think they're resting him, but official word is he's been dropped because of form reasons. They're leading towards Billy Smith, who've got massive wraps on. So yeah, it's a massive in with Teddy back. Knights still sweating on. At this stage, it looks like Ponga and Clemmer have both passed their concussion protocol. So looking like they'll play, but unsure if that's going to have any effect with the way the Roosters are going to go with Tedesco back at the back.
So maybe a 30-6 sort of scoreline. It's probably looking off the bat. So look, that under, we'll keep watching that right up till before kickoff. I guess the way we work is we like to shortlist any 6-point variance plays that we do get. We're sitting at 5.5 right now, so we're being very disciplined in that approach. So if it does hit the 50 or above, we'll jump on the Roosters under.
All right, Friday night game, North Queensland take on Melbourne. Melbourne, massive value at $1.02.
I was going to say, have they hit minus 50 yet?
They've actually gone to minus 30.
You're kidding.
30, so yeah. It's ridiculous.
No, well, I think we'll hang off this unless there's any brilliant mail on the Cowboys. I don't think we can see any value with them. They're a bit depleted, aren't they, mate?
Well, the Hammers just got ruled out getting his appendix out. So they've lost both their strike fullbacks and Holmes, and the hammer. I just see it getting worse, and I reckon the line may even blow up to 32 by kickoff. So
Right. And I don't think we can take the under in that case because Storm are capable of putting on 60 points themselves. So
the over-under is at 54.5 at the moment. So,
right.
I just the 30 points. It's a lot of points, but Melbourne are capable. But yeah, there's just no point that we don't see any value in it for us. It's too much of a risk. So we're just going to hold.
No leans, no bets on that one, guys.
No more bets. Saturday, 3:00 game. South take on the Warriors.
So Warriors line betting is on a do not bet list for us. Still, we're monitoring that. I don't see really any value on the total either. We've only got a 3-point variance, and it looks like that total's starting to blow out with juice. This could be a real points fest. There's really clear weather in the Sunshine State all weekend. So if Souths get on the roll, we know that they can put on some points. Warriors can also. Again, this is going to be a bit of a hit and miss for us, guys.
Yeah, the line's out to 3 tries, 18.5. Total's at 50. Trell's back. Yeah, I'll keep it. No bet list for me at this point in time. Seagulls and Tigers.
So what we said on Monday was if the Eagles line blew out to over 3 tries, there could be some value, on the Tigers. Look, very tempted to take more than 3 tries with the Tigers. I think you've got some mail there on some of the Manly players backing up though, aren't you?
Well, Turbo's back. Cherry Evans is back. They're at full strength, Manly, and that's probably why public money's smacking them and the lines went to 9, 10.5. Again, I do see it probably creeping up to 20 by kickoff. Still 2 days of betting to determine that. But I just don't see how the money can shift. I mean, Tigers named the same team that played last week. They did play well, but albeit against the Broncos team. So very different opposition they're coming up against this week. The total is at 53. So yeah, our total's bang on with that. We won't be touching the total. Yeah. I guess saying before, we operate off a 6 or more point variance. We've got the Eagles winning this by 10 with all their players for the majority of the season. So this is where I was saying there could be some value on the Tigers, but we know they're semi on the no bet list. They're a light switch team. They either show up or they don't. So happy to consider if that line keeps creeping right up, there could be. There might look at this stage. It's a strong lean on the Tigers plus the points. Not making our card at this point. No, but we'll keep you updated via our Twitter and Instagram account if we do add it to the card. But it's looking like may have a double at the West Tigers line, dependent if it keeps going out. So stay tuned for that one. Main primetime time slot Saturday night. Penrith take on the Bronx.
Our little derby here. So your Cats versus my Ponies. I've got a little stat for you too, funny enough. So the under, which we've taken in these matchups, has gone 14-2. So 14 wins, 2 losses since 2011. So I don't know if you knew that. With the only blowout coming when the Broncos put 50 on your Cats in 2018. So I guess we didn't use that as a principle when we put the under on. We used it based on our data. Coming out at more of a 6-point variance. So we've got about 44 points maximum in this game. So look, we're hoping for a real grind fest as they usually play these two programs when they come up together, no matter what form they're in. For some reason, they just grind it out. So hoping that trend continues for us. So at an 80% edge for that trend, I think it's making our bet look pretty good. So is there any news on that, Brendan?
Well, Luai's back for Penrith. Penrith have also just signed Tavita Pangai Jr., so there could be some bad blood from the Broncos side, but by reports, they were pretty happy to let him go. But yeah, the only news coming out of the Penrith camp is Jerome Luai coming back from a knee injury. But thanks for the stat, David Middleton. So hopefully it comes off. Otherwise, you're banned from looking at NRL data ever again. Moving on to the first game on Sunday, the 1:50 time slot. St. George take on the Gold Coast. We're talking about this game before, weren't we, Mick?
Yeah, offline. This line has gone on a seesaw, which it just screams, don't touch it. I mean, coming down towards 4 points, which means the Dragons were getting bet in, then it blew back out again. I think you said you had some mail on a couple of players not off the Titans not training. which sort of crept the line down in the Dragons' favour a bit, but that's sitting tight right on our numbers. We've got the Titans to win this by 5. So we're right on where the number should be and the bookies should be on this. So yeah, look, I guess from a lean point of view, backing 0 defence in this one from a under-over, but there's not enough edge in our numbers. So I think we'll just keep it tight on the bets that we've already listed.
Yeah, agree with that. The line keeps moving from open at 6, went down into 4, back out to 5. Some books are offering 5, some books are offering 4. So Ladbrokes, for example, have the Titans more heavier favourites, $1.55, where the sports bet a bit more relaxed with $1.60. So bit of value there, but I think we'll keep it off the card for this round. Next game, Doggies, and final game of the round, Doggies and Sharks.
Another 2-unit play for us on this, on the under 49.5. So the data is basically telling us this is looming to be a real slot fest, which we hope it is. A bit of drop ball and mistakes and kicks to touch. So how's the under looking? Has it moved at all, Bren?
Well, it's at 49.5. So
hasn't budged, which is not a worry. Again, it probably won't even budge. So look, I guess to put 2 units on that, that's another. I think we've got about a 7-point edge on that. So happy for that to remain a 2-unit play for us this weekend.
There's still 3 days of betting to determine that market. So a lot of the later games don't actually start moving until Saturday, early Sunday. So you could still see some movement in the market, both total points. And the line's actually already moved there's been some money on the Dogs. The Dogs have come in to 350 with the line being at +10 compared to +11.
You'll be a very brave man to touch the line on that one, mate.
Yeah, no, Dogs have burned me too many times on the line, but we'll trust the data. But yeah, we'll stick to our total points under, and fingers crossed that comes off for us. So,
good one for you, same game multi-hunters out there, I guess.
Since when did this come the same game multi-consultancy podcast, Mick? But that
Jack of all trades.
Yeah, Jack of all trades, master of none. That rounds out the card, guys. And fingers crossed our bets get up on the weekend and some of those stats come true. Until then, all the best. Keep an eye on our socials and we'll keep you up to date with any news that comes through.
Best of luck, guys.
Talk soon, guys. We'll see you early next week, hopefully with some good news.